Hello everyone, Basic Ollie here and welcome to another episode of This Week on iRacing. Now, I want to kick things off by saying I hope you had a really good Daytona 24 hour. I know the amount of people that ended up retiring, getting meatballs and just DNFing this weekend's special event was quite high, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed it. Now, with that out the way, let's talk about this week's races on iRacing, shall we? We'll start off with IMSA. Now, IMSA is going to Nurburgring GP circuit. So we're not doing the whole thing. We're not doing 16 miles or whatnot of the amazing Nurburgring. We're just doing the Nurburgring GP circuit. Now, obviously, this multi-class race with your three classes, you already know what they are. But we also have a 6 hour here this weekend as well. Now, there is a chance of rain for these events. So for the Open, you have a 29% chance of rain. The fixed has an 81% chance of rain, but the Enduro at the weekend, the 6 hour, has a 0% chance of rain. So there is no chance of rain in that one. But at least it's an Enduro to do at the weekend, I suppose. You know, sometimes after finishing a 24-hour weekend, you look forward to next weekend and you think to yourself, what do I do after a 24-hour? Well, at least you've got a 6 hour this weekend to concentrate on if you want something to do this weekend. If you're feeling like you're missing out after doing the 24-hour anyways. But yeah, that's where IMSA is this week. Should be good fun. And one thing to note as well, it's a GP circuit without the annoying chicane. It's got the fast flowing one instead. So you don't need to worry about that. Should be much easier. I know when it went there last time, it was raining. I had that really awful chicane, but you don't have to worry about it this time. Nice and flowing. So hopefully some good participation and it should be a good week for IMSA. Fingers crossed. All right then, next up we have the GT3 series. So we've got the Sprint, the Endurance and the GT3 Fanatec Challenge. All three of those series are of course heading to the Suzuka Grand Prix circuit, and it is at night. I think the in-game time is like 10 past 6, but due to the sim date, it's already dark. You know, the sun's already set. So it's going to be a race in the dark, which is quite nice. I think that's quite, yeah, it's just different. I like night races. I don't know how many people agree with me on that. Let me know in the comments. But I really like it when it races at night. It's just something a little bit different, if you ask me. And I don't really feel like we do many night races when it comes to sprint races. But yeah, this week we are. So Suzuka GP, track temperature, you don't need to worry about that. It's going to be super low because of the time of year and the fact that it's at night and the sun has already set. So should be absolutely fine in that regard. One tip for this one, it's actually 130R, not the actual, you know, going through the corner itself, but actually the exit of 130R. It's very easy to go out wide and touch one of the curbs, and the center of the car kind of gets hooked on it and it can spit you out. So please do be careful through 130R. Cars like your Audis and your Porsches and Lambos, I think are more susceptible, shall we say, to basically going over those curbs and dying. So do be really careful of the outside curb at 130R. You don't need to worry about rain either in any of these series. So the fixed, the sprint and endurance, none of them have a chance of rain at all. So if you don't like rain, the GT3 stuff might be the one for you this week. But yeah, that's where the GT3s are going. I like it. It's at night. Suzuka, no chance of rain. What's not to like? Solid week, I think. Okay then, moving on, we have the Falken Sports Car Challenge, the multi-class series I absolutely love. No endurance for it this weekend, sadly. It was during the Daytona 24 hour that there was a enduro, so I don't think it was that popular, but regardless, it doesn't matter. There's no endurance this weekend, which I'm a little bit sad about because I love the new 2 hour endurance races in these cars. Absolutely brilliant. But anyways, so let's talk about the series. So we're going to Barcelona this week. And normally when it comes to Barcelona, for me anyways, I always think about track temp and tyre wear. Now, tyre wear will always be a thing at Barcelona. The front left always gets absolutely battered. But shouldn't be too bad this week because it is only low 20 degrees Celsius. It's not that warm. It's quite a bit of cloud cover by the looks of things. And yeah, it doesn't get that warm at all. Again, probably just a time of year. My tip for this one, because it is multi-class racing and because just the nature of the track anyways, it's very difficult to overtake, so do be patient. Turn 1 is probably your best bet for an overtake. In fact, it definitely is your best bet. It's the only time really where it's a long enough straight to get a bit of a tow and potentially get a move done into T1. Now, speaking to the LMP3 drivers in you and the people that will be driving the LMP3s, you will definitely have to be patient when it comes to overtaking as well. It will not be easy. This is not a multi-class track, as you could imagine. So multi-class racing here can be rather difficult indeed, but you're going to find that out when you do it yourself. I expect popularity for this to be relatively high, even though Barcelona is not a loved circuit. It still gets quite good participation, and it does not have the awful final chicane, so you don't need to worry about that either. So pretty good. I mean, a Nurburgring GP for IMSA, for me, that could have been a little bit ruined by having the awful final chicane. It doesn't, and this one could have been a little bit ruined by having the awful final chicane. It does not. So I actually really like both formats, or layouts I should say, for those series. But yeah, Falken Sports Car Challenge. There's no Enduro this weekend, but it is going to Barcelona, and yeah, do be patient. No rain to worry about either, but yeah, once again, I think participation I should say, should be relatively high. Now, for this week, I would actually like to talk to you about the Formula Series, the Formula Car Series. It is just a great week. Honestly, it's genuine. If you love open Formula stuff, you're going to love this week. So first of all, the F4 cars go to Road Atlanta. So that should be a lot of fun. Great participation for that. And then Formula C. So the F3 cars, they go to Daytona. So if you didn't have enough of Daytona the last 2-3 weeks, guess what? You can head there again if you are a fan of the F3 cars. And then you got the Super Formula Lights. They are going to Monza, which again is just going to be absolutely superb. So honestly, the Formula license, anybody who likes the open Formula stuff, you are absolutely going to love this week. Great choice of circuits, great choice of cars, just really, really good this week. 10 out of 10. Now, for this week's honourable mentions list, I don't really think I need to just mention one particular series. I think just this whole week, to be honest with you, is just a great week. Honestly, I'd give it like an 8.5, maybe 9 out of 10. It's absolutely superb. The only thing that's really missing is is a big hitter like Le Mans or something like that for a track. But apart from that, there's stuff to do in the sports car series, in the Formula series. It's just great. It is just honestly a great week. So fingers crossed you boys and girls enjoy it. I did worry it was going to be a little bit flat after Daytona, but quite the opposite. It's quite good. But as always, if you've enjoyed this video and this series, you want me to keep making it, please hit the old like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you for next week's episode. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-da.